Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A major data center in Quincy is suing Grant County over its assessed property taxes. Lake Transit continues its full court press to attract more coach operators for its Wenatchee Valley fleet. And coming up in weather, warm and breezy for us tomorrow before we get downright hot on Wednesday and Thursday. A new Wildland Fire, the 141 fire, got its start Saturday night near Orondo, but officials believe the incident was largely under control by this morning. That fire was reported about 6:15 p.m. Saturday, 1 mile north of Orondo near Highway 2, milepost 141 in the mouth of Pine Canyon, moving uphill quickly in steep slopes. Orondo Fire Chief Jim Odie says crews from multiple agencies fought to contain the blaze throughout Saturday night and into Sunday, keeping its growth to about 70 to 75 acres. Some households were placed under level 1 evacuation notices. The fire was more than 75% contained by this morning, with the Federal Bureau of Land Management patrolling its perimeters. Douglas County Sheriff Kevin Morris said firefighters hope to achieve full containment by the end of today. A Chelan County Sheriff's vehicle that was parked at an accident scene Saturday on Blewett Pass became involved in an accident itself. The Washington State Patrol says a northbound Nissan Sentra swerved onto the shoulder to avoid traffic about 3:30 p.m. and then rear-ended the deputy's Ford Explorer plus a Honda Civic. The wreck took place about 11 miles south of Peshastin. The deputy was not in the SUV at the time and was not injured. The driver of the Nissan, 70-year-old Douglas B. Brown of Texas, was taken to Cascade Medical Center in Leavenworth for treatment of his injuries, as was his female passenger. Both Brown's Nissan and the sheriff's Explorer were considered a total loss, and they had to be towed from the scene. Brown faces a charge of driving too fast for conditions. Online gamblers who bought virtual chips from two gaming companies are due for part of a $415 million settlement just approved in Washington federal court. The settlement ends a class action suit against Double Down Interactive and International Game Technology, the makers of 4 social casino games that plaintiffs said violated state gambling laws while taking in millions from users. Those who've already filed a claim prior to April 11th will be eligible for a settlement share based on how they use the games and how many virtual chips they purchased. Shares will be dispersed electronically starting within 90 days. A major data center in Quincy is suing Grant County over its assessed property taxes. Sabi's Intergate Quincy LLC paid its $3.3 million in county taxes under protest over the last 2 years, saying it was overcharged by nearly $2 million. The company claims the market value of its property was too low to justify the appraisal recorded by the Grant County Assessor's Office. In fact, Intergate says its overall property value declined by almost $10 million from 2020 to 2021. The case landed this week in Douglas County Superior Court. Grant County has yet to file a response to that lawsuit. When we come back, the downward trend in Wenatchee Valley home prices continued last month. A longtime Patera educator is now the superintendent for its single school K-12 district. Lake Transit continues its full court press to attract more coach operators for its Wenatchee Valley fleet. And a packed Pybus Public Market hosted Lego masterpieces of all kinds for the annual Nick's Bricks event that was held on Saturday. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
It's Click It RV's lowest price guarantee sale going on now at your neighborhood Click It RV.
Be a winner like me and get to Click It RV.
With 0 down and no payments till September, now is the time to own your dream RV.
Get to Click It RV now. Are you going to be mad, bro?
Get never before deep discounts on trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and motorhomes. Plus the best selection, highest trade-in values ever, and a lifetime warranty. Nobody beats the discounts at Click It RV.
I'm Richard Sherman, and we guarantee it.
On Frontage Road.
Did you know people 65 or older make up 12% of the U.S. population but consume 34% of all prescription drugs? Protect yourself and your aged loved ones from prescription errors. Always read labels carefully to avoid mistakes. Ask your pharmacist if over-the-counter medicines conflict with your prescriptions, and never skip doses or take more than is prescribed. This message sponsored by Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington. Call 1-800-572-4459 for prescription assistance.
The downward trend in Wenatchee Valley home prices continued last month. Pacific Appraisal Associates reports the median sales price of a home in May was at $460,000. That's down 5% compared to May of 2022, when the price was $485,000. There was also a big drop in total home sales last month, where 70 residences were sold. That's compared to 108 sales in May of 2022. Active home listings were up last month compared to last year, with 116 houses available this year compared to 104 in May of 2022. The Wenatchee real estate market consists of Wenatchee, East Wenatchee, Malaga, Orondo, and Rock Island. A longtime Patera educator is now the superintendent for its single-school K-12 district. Scotty Wiltsey was appointed last month to serve as superintendent in the new school year, while also serving as principal at the Patera school itself. Wiltsey is currently the district's federal and state programs director, but previously taught math in Brewster and Patera schools for 15 years. She'll replace interim school district superintendent Mike Parker. Link Transit continues its full-court press to attract more coach operators for its Wenatchee Valley fleet. The Public Transit Agency will host a recruitment event Wednesday, June 21st at its old station headquarters, aimed at showing job seekers the benefits of becoming a Link driver. The event, called Hiring Happy Hour, takes place from 4 to 7 p.m. at 2700 Euclid Avenue. You can register at the agency's website, linktransit.com. Back in April, Link Training Coordinator Dawson Murin told us the bus service needs about 20 more operators to fulfill all its routes.
Currently, we have about 82 drivers, and we need north of 20. We have about 56 fixed route buses, and those are the buses you see kind of driving around town doing specific routes. We have 27 paratransit buses, which are your door-to-door kind of buses. I think most people that work here don't really think we're going to be a bus driver, and then you get into it and you're like, oh man, this is actually a really cool job, and it's completely doable, and it's not as scary as you would think it would be.
A packed Pybus Public Market hosted Lego masterpieces of all kinds for the annual Nick's Bricks event on Saturday. Kids dressed in Hogwarts uniforms, yellow Nick's Bricks construction hats, and miniature logo figures as they got to wander from creation to creation. 800 free Lego bags were prepped ahead of time to hand out to children who attended, and brave attendees over the age of 14 could attempt the Lego Walk of Fire. The event began in 2018 and is named for Nicholas Vituli, who passed away in 2016. Vituli's family began the event as a celebration of his life and his love of Legos and music. Coming up next, rainbows on flags, shirts and signs filled Memorial Park as the Wenatchee Pride Festival drew crowds to celebrate Pride Month. Warm and breezy on Tuesday before we get downright hot by midweek. All the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
Hi everybody, Dan Coos alongside Jesse Coble from Alpine Air. There's ice on my heat pump and under my heat pump.
Well, ice under your heat pump is normal. When we go into a defrost cycle, it melts the frost off. creates water, which freezes to the ground. Ice around your heat pump is a thing that you should probably give us a call about.
Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air for heat and air. Call Alpine Air. Thanks, Jesse.
Thanks.
The Lake Chelan Rotary Club invites you to experience Cycle Chelan, held June 24th, 2023. Pick your thrill from 4 rides: the Metric Century Challenge, Cycle Divino, the Lake Loop, or the Butte Blast. All profits from Cycle Chelan are used to support student scholarships and other charitable activities of the Lake Chelan Rotary Club. Cycle Chelan 2023, a route for every rider. Pick your thrill today.
In tonight's features story, rainbows on flags, shirts and signs filled Memorial Park as the Wenatchee Pride Festival drew crowds to celebrate Pride Month. Folks who stopped by could grab a bite from food trucks, shop around the different vendors, and grab a drink from the Queer Garden. Leading up to the festival, a call to ban explicit books with LGBTQ+ themes from Wenatchee School District libraries circulated on social media, and a Wenatchee Pride banner was vandalized twice. NCWLIFE News caught up with Wenatchee Pride President Lincoln Neary to discuss book bans, the vandalized signs, and the importance of bringing pride to Wenatchee.
Book banning is erasure, and we can't be erased because we're people. Like, our lives are here, and our lives are history. Our histories are here. We've always been here, and we will always continue to be here. You know, it was really unfortunate when our banners got vandalized. It was disappointing, but at the end of the day, it's just fear, which a lot of the people who are anti-LGBTQIA2S+ are really trying to just scare us. And we refuse to be scared. Queer people have come together with our allies and created a beautiful festival, even though that happened, because we refuse to step down and not be present and not show up for not only ourselves as individual people, but for our community. This is the 5th annual Wenatchee Pride Fest. It started in 2017. We had a 2-year break for COVID, and we had ours last year and now this year. The best part of this Pride Festival, I think, is the intersectionalities of different cultures coming together to celebrate Pride. You know, we made a very specific point to try to include more than just queer people. The intersectionalities of the queer community are varied and large, and it's like really important to have everyone present in these moments so that we can create an inclusive, anti-racist queer movement and culture. There are a lot of queer people in Wenatchee. There's a lot of queer people, there's a lot of queer kids, and there's no better place and time to see a bunch of queer people coming together in history than it is right now. You know, Wenatchee has always needed it, and hoping to get bigger and better every single year. But Wenatchee needs queer celebration, queer liberation, and queer sight. This is an incredible moment. I'm really happy that I get to be a part of this with everybody.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Monday today, and I hope your weekend was a great one. I had a great graduation. My daughter graduated from Eastmont on Friday, and boy, all the activities going on over the weekend. The weather couldn't be better, and it was a beautiful one out there today as well. Great shot. This one is from our jump-off ridge Sky-Fi Tower camera looking back at the Wenatchee Valley. Here's Wenatchee Heights area, and that's the shot we have a lot of our newscasts, but just a little wider look today. And with all those blue skies, we got up to 86 degrees for our high temperature today, and that's 10 degrees above where we should be for this time of year at 76. Our record high not that long ago, 99 degrees set back in 2016. This morning we started at 57, 53 is our normal low temperature, and 40 is our record low set in 1976. Sunrise just after 5 at 5:06, and sunset late now at 8:53. Let's take a look at your Tuesday temperatures, and things will slowly warm up. In fact, we're going to take a pretty good jump tomorrow, especially out in the Columbia Basin, where temperatures will reach the lower 90s for Ephrata and Moses Lake, 90 for Quincy, and upper 90s from Wenatchee all the way through Chelan and up into the Omak area. Leavenworth, a warm one tomorrow as well, with a high temperature of 87. Taking a look at tonight, we expect clear clear skies, high pressure dominating. And remember, it's grabbing that warm southerly air and bringing it back into the Pacific Northwest. Still could see some breezy conditions tonight with lows in the mid to upper 50s. For Tuesday, we just talked about it, sunny and warmer. We are going to see all kinds of clear skies tomorrow and most of the hot temperatures, in fact, throughout the west, right here in north central Washington, high temperatures near 90, and that's nothing because Wednesday, mostly sunny and even hotter. We will see highs jumping into the mid 90s. Yeah, we could be 20 degrees above where we should be for this time of year, and not much change as we get into Thursday. Still hot, mostly sunny with highs in the mid 90s. A few thunderstorms will begin to pop up on Thursday, mainly because of this little area of low pressure in southeastern Washington, and that will really kick things up on Friday. We will see a much cooler northwesterly flow, and look at all of the clouds and thunderstorm activity we expect on Friday. They are likely. High temperatures only in the upper 70s as we get into Friday, so we're going to see about a 15-degree cool down. Going to stay a little bit cooler on Saturday, still above normal. Could see an isolated thunderstorm right here in the Wenatchee area Saturday. High temperatures again, a lot like Friday, near 80 degrees. And then as we end our 7-day forecast on Sunday, mostly sunny. High pressure rebuilds back in the Pacific. We will warm up, and by Sunday, we're talking high temperatures in those mid 80s. Take a look now at that 7-day forecast. 56 overnight tonight, 89 tomorrow, and look at Wednesday and Thursday, 94 and 95. Thunderstorms by Thursday evening, and that'll make way for much cooler temperatures Friday. Thunderstorms are likely on Friday. We could see small hail and heavy rain for Friday. Isolated thunderstorms on Saturday and 80, and then back to the warm weather and mostly sunny skies on Sunday with a high then of 85. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Pitch to the plate on an 0-2 swung. Wenatchee Apple Sox baseball is back on the NCWLIFE channel. Join us Tuesday, June 6 as the Apple Sox host the Springfield Drifters at 6:30. Coverage is brought to you by Apple Valley Honda, Confluence Health, JDSA Law, Mary Maids, Mini Blinds and more. Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista. Together for Youth, Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Walkabout Grill. Your television home for Apple Sox baseball is the NCWLIFE channel.
Before the The Mariners were swept by the Texas Rangers over the weekend, including a 12-3 loss yesterday in Arlington. For the second straight start, rookie right-hander Bryce Miller was shelled, giving up 7 runs on 8 hits in just 2 1/3 innings. Rangers put the game out of reach early, scoring 5 runs in the third and adding another 5 runs in the 6th.
Here's the 1-1, and that ball over the middle of the plate, and that thing is pounded. High in the air, deep out to center, gone! Seager's 6th home run of the year, and he continues an amazing tear since coming back off the IL. Oh, this ball hit hard out to center field. That one chasing Rodriguez back, bounces back over his head. They're going to test Lowe's speed. He's waved around, and he'll score without a throw.
In Mitch Garver's case, I can see what's amplified.
Well, this is going to help things. He sends it to the alley in right field. It gets down for extra bases. 1 run is in. They will stop Young at third base. RBI double for Mitch Garver. Second and third, one out, and this one in the air, left field. Kelnick angling back, that ball carrying well. It's off the top of the fence and crosses everybody up. Young and Garver score. A stand-up double for Grossman, and the Rangers have kicked the extra point. It's 7-0. He got robbed his last time up on a line drive. Not this time. That one heading into the corner. That'll get Jankowski home. Seager goes to second, and indeed the Rangers do get more. It's 8-0. The Rangers have gained half a gain on it since then. They've added to the lead. This one lined to center. Base hit by Young, and it's 9-0. And Heim hits a towering blast down the right field line, and it is gone! Off the foul pole and right, a 3-run shot. And the Rangers have posted a dozen runs.
0-1 to Gino. That's driven to left field and not played out there by Grossman. Coming around to scores, Ty France. Mariners on the board. RBI double Gino. Eugenio Suarez with RBI number 35. That's his 7th double of the season.
The big games have come recently against the Mariners.
Cabby hits it hard past the diving Young into left field for a base hit. Picks up a run. Gino touches home, and the Mariners have another one on the board. Work to do. 4 under 500. Diamondbacks, wow. Big surprise as Wong greets Brock Burke with a base hit left field. That'll score Hernandez. And the Mariners pecking away here.
And has not gone well for them. This one lined to shortstop. Caught by Smith. He'll go to second. Who gets it? Okay, go ahead. Double play. And the ball game is over. That's it. 12-3 Rangers win. And another historic victory for Bruce Bochy. 2041 as he moves all alone into 10th place all time.
Texas topped Seattle 2-0 on Friday and 16-6 Saturday. Manager Scott Service says Seattle needs to get back on track with a travel day today.
Hard to sugarcoat anything here. Obviously, we're playing against a really hot team, good offensive club, and they roughed us up, yesterday and today. Again, our young starters struggled to get into the game, and you have to give them credit. They're swinging the bat really well, and they beat us. They flat out beat us. That's just the name of the game. I think. Nothing we can do about it now other than, we've got to wash it away. We've got to get over to San Diego and start playing better baseball. That's it. I often talk about, it starts with the starting pitcher. It's been a challenge for us the last couple of days. They have come out all over us, and they took control of the game. So it's where we're at. Baseball's really hard some days, and we felt that the last couple days.
Teoscar Hernandez was 2 for 3 with a triple, while Ty France went 2 for 4 with a run. The Mariners are headed for San Diego to begin a 2-game series with the Padres tomorrow night at 6:40. It'll be on Root Sports Northwest. Well, while Seattle was slipping further back in the American League West, Oakland continued to languish in last place. Miami completed a 3-game sweep of the A's Sunday with a 7-5 victory. The Marlins broke a 5-all tie on the bottom of the 8th on a booted single and a pass ball on a strikeout. Oakland is now just 12-49 on the season. Shohei Ohtani's RBI double in the top of the 8th gave the Angels a 2-1 win in Houston. The win salvaged the final game of that 3-game set for Los Angeles after the Astros won the first 2 on Friday and Saturday. Texas is now 3.5 games ahead of Houston in the American League West. The Angels are 8.5 games back, while the Mariners sit in 4th place, 9.5 games behind the Rangers. The Wenatchee Apple Sox started the West Coast League baseball season off with a bang in Bend over the weekend, completing a 3-game sweep Sunday with a 12-1 win. Garrett Gores and Easton Amundsen each collected 3 hits for Wenatchee, while Cam Hoyland pitched 6 innings to get the win on the mound. The voice of the Apple Sox, Joel Norman, has more.
The Wenatchee Apple Sox opened up the 2023 season with a series sweep on the road as they defeated the Bend Elks this past weekend at Vince Scanna Stadium. It all started with a 6-4 victory on Friday before a 4-3 triumph on Saturday, and then a resounding 12-1 victory in the series finale on Sunday. Wenatchee scored 8 runs in the 7th inning. Garrett Gores drove in 3 runs, and Cam Hoyland led the way on the mound 6 innings at just a 1 run allowed in the first. At one point, he retired 13 consecutive hitters. The Apple Sox return home on Tuesday night. They will host the Springfield Drifters at 6:35 p.m. in the home opener. You can get your tickets now for as affordable as $5 at applesox.com or at the gate at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. With your Apple Sox update, I'm Joel Norman.
Joe also sent us a video of Wenatchee's first home run of the season.
In that fourth inning, Gores puts a charge into this ball, launches out to left field, and here we go, the first home run of the season for the Apple Sox. Garrett Gores, first pitch swinging, launches this one over the left field fence. We wondered who it might be. No home runs through the first 2 days of the season. Would we get one in game number 3? The answer is yes, as Garrett Gores hits his first in an Apple Sox uniform. Absolute no-doubter off his bat. A solo shot to open up the 5th inning.
Wenatchee scored 22 runs over the weekend in Bend while jumping out to a 3-0 start on the season. Apple Sox return home tomorrow for their home opener at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. And we'll have that game live on the NCWLIFE channel. We'll jump on the air right after the evening news at 6:30 with the first pitch set for 6:35. Other West Coast League play Sunday. Cole Williams' RBI single in the bottom of the 9th gave Bellingham a 3-2 walk-off win over Edmonton. The win gave the Bells a 3-game sweep of the Riverhawks. Nanaimo sent Walla Walla off to an 0-3 start with Sunday's 7-3 win. Brandon Hoop led the way for the Night Owls, collecting 3 hits, including a 2-run home run in the bottom of the first. Springfield comes to Wenatchee after sweeping Port Angeles lefties over the weekend. The Drifters completed the sweep with yesterday's 8-2 win as Rex DeAngelis led the way with 3 hits, including a 2-run home run. Corvallis completed a 3-game sweep of Ridgefield Sunday with a 6-2 win over the Raptors. J.C. Eng's RBI single broke a 2-2 tie in the top of the 8th for the Knights. Corvallis added 3 more insurance runs in the top of the 9th inning. Spencer Shipman's 2-run home run led Yakima Valley to a 6-2 win over Cowlitz. The Pippins took 2 of 3 from the Black Bears in that weekend set. Kevin Shea's walk-off 2-run single in the bottom of the 9th gave Victoria a 4-3 win over Kamloops as the Harbor Cats swept the 3-game series from the North Paws. Portland won the rubber match of its 3-game set with Kelowna Sunday, 10-3 the final. Andrew McKenna powered the Pickles, going 2 for 5 with 2 runs and an RBI. Well, it was a packed house Saturday night at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval for the Wenatchee 200. Lake Oswego, Oregon's Cole Raz took the checkered flag in the win of the 200-lap main event for the Super Late Models. The win also gave the driver of the number 63 car a check for $20,000. Derek Thorne of Lakeport, California took second, and Natchez' Taylor Riddle took third. It was a 1-2 Tumwater finish in the IDEX Legends main event. Parker Stevens took first place, while fellow Tumwaterite, I don't know what you say about someone from Tumwater, but Tumwater's Brandon Cole was second. Auburn's Dylan Wolf took third. Sela's Garrett Huffines took the main event in the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars. Moses Lake's Ron Stewart was second, followed by Tacoma's Elijah Pennington. WVSO will turn right around for another race this Saturday with Bump to Pass Night presented by Artisan Flooring. Night will include the Rockstar Energy B-Mods, Plum Perfect Roadrunners, Zero Handicap Youth Roadrunners, and the Johnson Electric Bump to Pass cars. Go to WVSO.com for more information and tickets. That's a look at sports news. Have a happy Monday.
On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day. Let's play 2, but we're only going to play 1, and that's tomorrow night, opening night. Joel Norman will be my guest on the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
Really looking forward to the start of this home schedule for the Apple Sox. 6 consecutive days of home games, opens up on Tuesday night, 6:35 first pitch, and just so great to have baseball back here in the Valley.
10 players returning from a team that made the playoffs and almost made the championship game. There's a lot of buzz about these Apple Sox. Check it out for yourself, or listen to Joel and watch Joel on tomorrow's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.